I want to preface this video in the same way Riot did his by asking that no one send any hate to NoctaFly or anyone else. I'll be doing my best to moderate the comments and removing any hateful ones. I will also ask that no one talk about the drama implications of this video or the other exposing videos. If you must comment, please leave it to a technical discussion of the proofs that I'm talking about in this video and of the game mechanics involved. So with that said, let's start off this video in the same order that NoctaFly produced his video. So starting off, we have a clip from Sonic Wave recorded in low detail mode showing the background changing in the middle of the attempt. Now, what I want to point out with this clip is that it was recorded in low detail mode, so it could have been made auto so that way the wave has the exact same movement every time. It only takes a few attempts to find a pair of runs where all of the spinning objects involved are spinning in the same direction in both attempts. So they can be cut together to make this clip. In order to create a strong clip that proves that this bug exists, it can be done by having one, lots of spinning objects in the level where the background changes. Two, recorded not in low detail mode, so that way we know that it's not auto. And three, it can also be done without auto retry, so that way we can see that the starting attempt and the ending attempt are the same. Moving on to the next topic, here we have a player jumping over the first spike in Horizon by Mylon with the top cube, but not with the bottom cube. I actually recorded the same thing myself. This is not a bug, this is a careful timing. What happens here, quite simply, is that the top cube lands on the platform before the bottom cube does. There's also a small bug with duels where the two sides of the duel are not responsive in the same way, causing symmetric duels to actually get out of sync. But this has nothing to do with the bug that NoctaFly experienced on Sakupen Hell. So this clip does not actually prove anything towards NoctaFly experiencing a bug here. It is, as far as we know, not possible in the game. Next, we have NoctaFly trying to prove the Galaxy Breaker issue. So I have a screenshot, I have a bunch of screenshots here. One is taken from Riot's video showing the two different portal entries in Galaxy Breaker, and then we also have the clip from NoctaFly's video, two different screenshots of attempts here. And what I want to point out with this is that on the left-hand side we've got the shallow entries, and on the right-hand side we've got the deep entries. And on the shallow entries, in Galaxy Breaker, NoctaFly enters the portal much more shallow than the player does in the proof video. And you have a similar situation for deep entries. It's deeper in Galaxy Breaker than it is in the proof video. I also want to show you a video that I will be uploading in about a week. And in here, we have a very precise wave involving 45-degree gravity portals, and if you notice, the wave is very close to the edge. It's actually possible for the gravity portal to bug and for you to die on that part. And this has happened to me several times in 2.0. Fortunately, it did not happen to me in 2.1, but it is possible to die this way. Another thing I want to point out from the screenshot is that the portals are lit up as the wave goes through them. This could, however, be a visual effect, and it's not actually tied to the mechanic of turning the player upside down. It's simply that the the wave's hitboxes overlapped with the portal texture. So I really don't know what the status is on this one. It could be autoed, or it might not be. Or it could be autoed very well, but we can't prove it. Moving on, Riot did not provide very good evidence in his video for this when he compared it to his own wave, because his wave is a pinkish red, and so it's transparent on the sides, and he also used stereo madness, so his wave was not pulsing to the maximum like in Galaxy Breaker. The other issue I want to point out from Riot's video is that he poorly explained how backgrounds work. So in a background, when you die, the background stops moving, and then on the next attempt, it continues on from where it was. However, when you load up a level for the first time, then the background is at the exact same place every time. So there's a little bit of confusion about this. It does not relate to the Deception Dive or Zafkiel cuts, so we can scrap that entirely from the debate, really. Next, right here, we have some more 45-degree portal wave movement. I paused it right here because if you look very carefully at the trail of the wave, what you'll see is that the wave held into the gravity portal, let go, and then held really quickly again, so that way the wave looked like it was really deep inside of the gravity portal. This was an attempt to deceive, and immediately you see the clear difference. And then on this attempt, the wave did not even make contact with the portal. So there does appear to be an attempt to deceive in this video. Also, the editor behaves slightly differently from the regular game, so you want to keep that in mind with this one. Next, going into Artificial Ascent, NoctaFly recorded this video on stream. He put Geometry Dash in windowed mode, and he did it without ending the stream. The problem with that is that the attempts issue is explained not so much by a hack, but by an auto version of the level, which can be done with the edit hack. I have a couple of screenshots here of NoctaFly explaining the edit hack. He says that editing levels and beating them legit is an option. It's not even hacking. And then here he even provides a link to the edit hack. This is from the Stargrinders Discord server. It was taken in early August, and I have permission from CoolDash to show these screenshots. The issue is that the edit hack can be used, and then from there a toggle or move trigger can be put in place to control whether or not the level can be made auto or partially auto, and it simply takes an extra jump to activate that trigger or a special movement with a ship or UFO or wave. Next, and the last point, is the Hell Factory. NoctaFly got 98% on the Hell Factory and confessed to using NoClip and then disabled it in the sky, so that way he wouldn't complete the level illegitimately. He even provides his own video showing how it can be, how 98% can be achieved on the level. Now I'm going to play my own video of that, if I click on the right thing. So here, because I don't have the copy hack, I can't copy the Hell Factory, so I went to a copyable from someone who does, and I go in there and I put down a start position. You know that this is a completely fresh copy because I just downloaded it. And I put down the start position right before the jump pads. And then from there, I grab a little bit of the decoration at the end and move it below the level and move it to the left, so that way the level is effectively shorter. This means that you can die at a certain point in the level, and it will register a higher percent than it would otherwise. And as you can see, I got 98% on my first try. Now, if you take a look at the decoration at the end, it looks identical to that in NoctaFly's proof video. So to conclude, NoctaFly summed up all of Riot's points, and we talked about all of these points.